Hello everyone, welcome again to my classroom. This is teacher Tinitin or Mrs. Tuano who will be teaching you for English 9. Okay, so we were done with modals, which is our quarter 1 lesson 1, module 1 lesson 1 lesson or topic. So we are now moving to the second lesson, okay, of Module 1, which is The Seven Ages of Man by William Shakespeare. So at the end of the lesson, you should be able to provide words and expressions appropriate for a given situation, analyze literature as a means of discovering the self, and identify the distinguishing features of notable Anglo American lyric poetry, songs, poems, sermons, and allegories. So when we say Anglo American, we are talking about not only American literature, but we're going to talk about also literature or specifically poems taken from the European countries. So before we start, let me ask you first, what makes a poem or what makes reading a poem different from reading a short story? So, in the three classifications of literature according to form, we all know that drama is the most common one today. Drama is a form of literature that is meant to be portrayed to an audience. Popular examples of these are the movies and television series that you watch. But do you know what is the oldest form of literature? Hmm? It is poetry. If in prose you read sentences and paragraphs, in poetry you read in lines and stanzas. When you read prose, you read in continuous manner, while in poetry you read in musical manner because of its elements such as rhythm and rhyme. Lines are basically sentences of a poem, wherein they are a group of words arranged in a row, and group of lines are called stanza. So in the following lesson, we will learn the different elements of poetry and how it is different from other forms of literature. So before we proceed to the reading of the task or reading of the literary text, let me introduce to you our author of the day. So the author or the writer of the poem that you're going to read today is none other than William Shakespeare. So you cannot study Anglo-American literature without studying the works of world-renowned English poet, playwright, and actor William Shakespeare. Although he is not the father of English literature, he is considered as the world's greatest writer of all times. He was born in Stratford-upon-Avon on April 26, 1564, to John Shakespeare and Mary Arden. He wrote 37 plays and 154 sonnets in total. He is also noted to write two long narratives and other verses. Shakespeare died on April 23, 1616. So before we read our text, the next video clip will be about the vocabulary words. But, okay, I want you to read already our poem, Seven Ages of Man by William Shakespeare, found on page 10 of Quarter 1, Module 1. So this is our first video series for Quarter 1, Module 1, Lesson 2, Seven Ages of Men. See you in our next video lesson. Bye bye.